to my favorite song. If I could, I would
Here we
listen
go.
to it all night long. So turn down the lights, pour a drink real strong. We got no work tomorrow and we're both still young. I wanna fuck to my favorite song. If I could, I would listen to it all night long. So turn down the lights, pour a drink real strong. We got no work tomorrow and we're both still young.
Play me out, let's do it. Come on, Isla, you got 3 minutes, let's do it. It's our Ceasefire dance party. Let's go. You got 3 minutes. You better play us out, Hezbollah. Let's go, bro. You got 3 minutes. I'm making all of Lebanon dance. Let's do it. Come on. It's our Ceasefire party. Let's go. You only get this once. Yep, play me out, Hezbollah. Let's do it. Let's do it. You got 2 minutes. Get in your fun. Let's go. It's like when chat does a chat reset. Get it all out, Hezbollah. You got 2 minutes.
Keep you close just to watch you leaving. I've been running on fumes. You are the only one I'm running to. I've been chasing that high. You are the only drug that I like. You are the only drug that I like.
Seconds.
You are the only one I'm running to.
We're gonna see peace in our time, and we're gonna dance right until the moment it happens. Once this happens, we are not turning back. I don't care what it takes, Phoebe. Even the Pope is gonna start dancing, you don't understand. The ceasefire is active. No more firing. That's it. That's it. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. It is 5 p.m. Eastern. And with that, we have peace. I don't want to see a single rocket. Neither side. We have peace. The clock has struck 0. I repeat, we have peace. And nobody's going to screw it up. You heard me. Nobody's going to screw it up. Everybody relax. We have peace. I repeat, it is 5 p.m. Eastern peace time. Ceasefire time, though it may be. We have peace. I repeat, the clock has struck zero. Hezbollah no more. We have peace. It is 5 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, April 16, 2026 in Boston. And we have peace, if only temporary. There is a ceasefire. We're not going to talk about who got credit or who's responsible or who made it happen. It gets politically complicated. All you need to know, the bottom line, it's a zero-sum equation. There are no more bombs falling, as far as I'm aware, in the entire conflict area. But we're only like 2 minutes into this, so I can't guarantee it's going to hold. But we did it. Everyone, we've all done it. Mimi and the goat are celebrating. Ellie is Mimi's baby goat. You are here. We're having a ceasefire party. We did it. There are no bombs that are going to drop. I'll try to tell you how we got here. It was a little freaking absurd, to put it lightly, but we're going to dance. We've done it. We can play the Lego videos. I think it's fair to say Iran won the war, but we don't need to don't talk too much about like who won and who lost. It really could throw off the peace. You just gotta focus on the fact that we got peace. As long as we do that, I think everyone's going to be okay. Talking about how we got here is going to get us into a lot of trouble. It was a little bit rocky. It involved the Pope, a lot of cardinals, some yelling, some fights with the president, more cardinals. Like, I'm pretty sure like the vice president of the U.S. was going to get like literally excommunicated from the Catholic Church. It was a little bit of a naughty KNOTTY, not NAUGHTY negotiation. You know, you have to kind of slowly tease it all apart. I don't want to get into the details. You don't want to know how the sausage was made. Just know, as far as I'm aware, there are no bombs falling anywhere in the conflict area. They did it. I am not saying every problem of this conflict has been resolved. I am not saying that there is a permanent peace. I'm not saying the state of war is over. I'm saying we have no bombs falling in the conflict area. That Lebanon issue with Hezbollah was very complicated. In order to get to the point where Bibi backed down, it's going to be tenuous. It's similar to the 2024 ceasefire, but Iran's in a much stronger position now, and President Trump is really pushing Bibi to just stop. His war cabinet, Bibi's war cabinet didn't get a vote on this. They were told, like, as it was happening, Hezbollah, this is what Hezbollah wanted, and they got it. They got more consultation earlier than the Israelis. People finally figured it out. The way you do this is you make Hezbollah and Iran, you make it, and not just make it, it's a reality. You make them the ones with hand. When you have a hand in a negotiation, you get told first what's going to happen. And the other party, the person who loses, gets told after it happens. Israel finally got humbled, not the people, the government. It got told about the ceasefire after it was announced. The war cabinet heard about it on President Trump's Truth Social post. It was what's called the coup de grace, the diplomatic coup de grace for Bibi, and we all saw it. We've done it. We've done it. It's not just us, the world, not just one country, not just Pakistan, the world has done it. We've done it. We've done it. All of us, the people of the world. Now we just have to stay in this status quo, and then you get to permanent peace. Now listen, it's a big win for Iran. I'm telling you, like, this was the last. There are some other monetary issues that are less intensely combative than Lebanon. Lebanon was a very intense sticking point because it represented Iran changing the geopolitical status quo by not really forcing, President Trump wanted to at that point, but forcing the U.S. as a precondition of further talks, which they're pretty close on, to make Israel like the government of Israel, Bibi's government, had to take the knee, and they did. They didn't want to, but they did. They're going to collapse now. I saw the polling. He's going to lose his parliamentary majority. It was very slim. His whole political future was sold down the river, rightfully so. He became what everyone needed to talk about. Once they figured out what they were going to do, they kneecapped him without telling him. It was genius. It's over. It could get rocky. There could be things that throw it off. Bibi will try really hard to screw with this, but Hezbollah and Iran have hand. So it's just a question of, can they muzzle Bibi, and they have. President Trump did a good thing. It caused him to sacrifice his entire movement. He looks very bad right now. The Catholic Church mobilized against him in a way that I've never seen, and it quickly impacted his polling and the Republicans' polling and Turning Point. It impacted everything. Things just went to hell in a handbasket in like 24 hours, 48 hours. The Pope went full court press. I've never seen the Holy Father actually go full court press. He's a boss. You don't want to mess with him. He's very smart. He's very well read, and he knows how to play the press. He's a genius. One of the smartest popes. Listen, we're going to study Pope Leo for a very long time. He'll be known as the peacemaker. Pakistan's going to get a lot of credit. Rightfully so. See, Pakistan's an Islamic republic, but they also really like Mr. President Trump. And Mr. President Trump loves their field marshal. So Pakistan played this perfectly. It had to align so perfectly. Like, the Pope had to like make sure that President Trump's base couldn't like be used to vilify the Iranians or the church or Hezbollah. It just had to be that President Trump's base was mad at him, so he had no domestic support. And then the Republican Party had to have like a Senator Goldwater going to Richard Nixon on like August 7th or something, or 6th of 1974, and being like, listen, you got like 4 to 8 votes in the Senate, bro. You're gonna get like thrown out of office and convicted, and that's never happened. So it was kind of like that. Everything had to line up in like a very specific way. Like, President Trump had to lose his base. The Republican Party had to feel like they were going to be threatened in the midterms. The Bibi had to lose a lot of face, and his population had to threaten his parliamentary majority. And it's like a very strict coalition he has, very slim coalition, with that crazy guy who popped the champagne about the murder bill. He's a weird guy, Gavir or something. Anyway, my point is, it all had to line up, and then Pakistan had to be like an Islamic republic that was also nuclear armed, that was also friends with President Trump, and that Iran liked. And then Iran had to come to feel that like they would come out of this with an image of the peacemakers. Like, they have this roaring lion capacity that everyone knows now, but they're really like, they want to be known as like, they're very respectful of religion. They may practice religion differently than you, but you have laws in your country they think are weird. So it's more like they're not, I think we're at a point where they're not trying to impose their religion. They want to just practice it their way. If people want to do it, that's fine. I don't want to hear them saying people can't leave. Like, people can leave America, so they should be able to leave any country. You can't keep them there. But if they're there, then they should observe your cultural laws and practices. That's my view on it. Anyway, my point is, it's a complete geopolitical realignment. I've never seen anything like it in my entire life, and I can't believe it happened this way. Iran, its regime is the exact same. If anything, it has a far better international reputation. It's known as being able to withstand the full force and might of the U.S. and Israeli militaries. It's known as having like impeccable missile capabilities that they can use to strike at will. Now, they had to do very specific things in northern Iraq and Syria and Lebanon to make it happen, but they knew and they were ready. But that was incredible what they've done, what they've accomplished. They depleted Israel's interceptor stock to the point where they were firing 2026 stock. They just flexed on them. And then once they were done flexing on them militarily, they destroyed their world prestige and then turned all the countries of the world against Netanyahu. And then to finish the coup de grace, they turned Trump against Netanyahu and made Trump, basically by cornering him, and it was really President Trump's fault by attacking to begin with, forced President Trump as an act of contrition to make Bibi agree to a ceasefire in Lebanon, and that's how we got here. It was genius. I love it. It was really the Pope, though, because Iran really likes the Pope. It was the fact that people underestimated how much not only Iran, but the people and the government of Iran like Jesus. Jesus was kind of the X factor here, which, is historically apropos. Frankly, I don't think anyone's mad that Jesus was the reason this war ended. Maybe there's a message there. 40 days, 40 nights of war. Jesus was the way that we ended the war and brought peace. There's a rap song about Jesus. Can I play you the rap song about Jesus? We're doing a celebratory dance party. Nobody's firing any rockets. We're going to make Hezbollah dance to the Jesus song. Jesus is in the Quran, not next to. He might actually be next to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, at one point. I need to research that. I don't know if they appear together. Obviously they can't, because the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was, I think, around in a different time historically. I think it was the 7th or 8th century. I need to research this more. But my point is, they are at least, both Jesus and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, are in the Holy Quran, and that's a starting point. Jesus brought us peace, and the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. But, it was a shared love of Jesus. That was just great. I just want to say, and you can make music videos about Islam and the religion, but you can't depict the Prophet Muhammad. That's very offensive. But we don't have a canon in Catholicism. I've asked about depicting Jesus. In fact, you're allowed to. So, yeah, music videos about Jesus, not only are they not sacrilegious, they're something I think both religions, Islam and Christianity, really like. You want to depict Jesus in a respectful way and make a song about him? That's great. I'm all about that. I don't think there's anyone who would object to that. I'm playing the Jesus song. You don't understand. There's a whole rap song about Jesus. And it came from Iran. That's the best part. It's not just a rap song about Jesus. It's from Iran. We have peace you don't understand. And we're going to keep this peace. I'm not doing anything to mess with this. You don't understand. You do not understand. I'm going to just shut up. I'm going to make you dance and then I'm going to bed and no one's messing with this. I'm not saying anything to piss anyone off. I'm not being responsible for riling anyone up. I'm going to bed. I am going to bed. We're playing. The only people who get to be riled up are the Israeli cabinet because they can't do anything about this. Even Mr. President Trump's happy because I think somebody figured out that Mr. President Trump really just wants to be known as someone who ended wars. Now, we gotta kind of be willing to look for kayfabe purposes a little bit beyond the fact that he started this war. I know it's a little weird, but he wants to. You just gotta give him that, all right? If you just let him say he ended another war, even if he started it, he'll be happy. I don't know how to explain it to you. It's a little odd. It really is a little odd. But my point is, yeah, I'm gonna show this Lego video, and Mr. President Trump oddly probably cornered Bibi because he was convinced that he could go out there, and he did go out there and say he's ended a 10th war. He might have started a few of them and then ended them, but, still counts. You can still say that. If you start a war and end it, you technically can say you ended the war. I don't know if he's going to win the Nobel, but that's what really endeared Pakistan to Mr. President. They nominated him for the Nobel. I don't think All right, Mr. President, we have to have a talk. Listen, Alfred Nobel invented dynamite. He was a war profiteer. He sold dynamite to both sides of the Franco-Prussian War. Okay? Getting a Nobel is not a good thing. It's a bit sardonic, okay? He only created it because he didn't want his legacy to be that he sold dynamite, which he invented, with his brother on some, island in the middle of, Belgium or some weird place where they invent explosives. I don't really care to know. The point is, these dudes were walking around with, nitroglycerin that was so unstable, if you dropped it, it would blow up the entire radius around you. Alfred Nobel was a literal weapons trafficker. He didn't just traffic weapons, he invented dynamite by taking nitroglycerin and making it into a gel that could be stable in brick form. This stuff was so dangerous, him and his brother had to walk around on an island in the middle of Denmark or whatever the hell they were from. Sweden. I should have known that one. Hell if I care. The point is, why did the Swedish even let them do this? Did you ever think, Sweden, that maybe letting dudes just walk around experimenting with nitroglycerin was not the best idea, because then they would sell it to both sides of the Franco-Prussian War, and then one of them, after his brother died, would have an obituary written about him in the Parisian papers, which he would read, and then realize he was going to die with the reputation of a warmonger, so then he started the Nobel Peace Prize, which I guess is a form of trying to pay it forward, but it's just propaganda by other means, and I don't understand why President Trump wants that award. just because President Obama got it. He was a warmonger. He may as well have been Alfred Nobel. I want to talk about Kathy Rumler. I have things to say. I'm mad. Well, I'm both pleased and mad. We're going to celebrate. We're going to listen to a rap song about Jesus. And then I want to critique President Obama for letting the Rothschilds off on an $80 million plus tax bill for a $45 million settlement so that Jeffrey Epstein, of all people, after he was a convicted sex offender, could be given $25 million. And I want to know why President Obama's White House counsel got $10 million from the Rothschilds through Jeffrey Epstein. And I want to know why on January 8th, 2015, Kathy Rumler, right after she got out of the White House, was emailing Jeffrey Epstein saying that she got the CIA's Agency Award medal, the highest medal in the agency, from John Brennan. And I want to know, on top of all of that, as if that's not ludicrous enough, why Kathy Rumler messaged Jeffrey Epstein in writing, and Jeffrey Epstein then said he wanted to come to Washington to do CIA, NSA, and boy stuff with the former White House counsel. I have questions. My point is, you can't just want the Nobel because Obama got it. He wasn't even a good man. And I want my paintings back. I'm just gonna yell. No, Miss Clutch, no attacks, I refuse to allow it. No, Miss Clutch, they're not going to ruin the ceasefire, stop it. No, absolutely not. No, I refuse to allow it. Miss Clutch, what have you done? Thank you for your support, but what have you done? Damn it. Miss Clutch, you have made me all mad. Not in a bad way. It's not you, Miss Clutch. You know, you can't blame the messenger. My point is, what have you done, Israel? What have you done? I'm gonna check the cam. I'm gonna yell at them. How dare you? How dare you, Israel? What are you doing? I was gonna play the... they're mad about the Jesus song. No, I won't have it. Don't do it. Oh, damn it! Israel! Damn it! President Trump, they're violating the ceasefire. Somebody tell the president. Oh, no. Where's the president? Oh, no. What have you done? Where is the president? Mr. President, call Bibi Netanyahu. He's doing it again. What? Don't stop it. Damn it. We lasted 18 minutes. Damn it, Bibi Netanyahu. Damn it! Damn it! Clearly, Bibi does not know how to listen to the entire world. I'm mad. Damn it. Damn it! Are you kidding me? Mr. President, there's supposed to be a ceasefire. I demand satisfaction. Get them out of there. Mr. President is the one who has to enforce this. Get them out of there. Hezbollah is not just going to let them bomb. They're going to use anti-aircraft fire and light them up. Get them out of there, Mr. President. Oh, no. Iran. Where is Iran? We need Pakistan. Get them out of there. Hezbollah has a lot of anti-aircraft munitions, and they have it in the center of Beirut, and they just light up Israel. They have C-rams, they have small arms fire, they have large arms fire. Get them out of there. They're going to light them up. They're going to take the planes down over Beirut. They have thousands of anti-aircraft positions hidden in Beirut. Get them out of there. What are they doing? I'm mad. Somebody use the red line phone and get Mr. President to yell at Israel. Hezbollah will take those planes down. They have I've watched this for the entire war. Just stop it! Damn it! Damn it, Israel! Damn it, Mr. President! They are bombing the hell out of Beirut. Look at all that bombing. They're just bombing the hell out of it. Oh, damn it. Mr. President, this is completely unacceptable. Iran. Oh, Israel's going to have to be punished. Oh, this cannot stand. I just watched them bomb Beirut. No. I'm mad. What the hell is wrong with Bibi Netanyahu? Listen, Iran should have permission with the U.S. and Pakistan's backing to just light the hell up. They gotta light them up. It's the only way Bibi learns. Civilians, you gotta go into your shelters. Light them up, that's what I say. That's my opinion. This is absolutely unacceptable. Outrageous. Damn it. They can't be trusted. Bibi can't be trusted to just do what he's told. Damn it. Somebody call the Pope. These people, Bibi just does not listen. He wants to bring the whole world down with him, so the whole world should unify and just light him up. I'm not advocating violence. Diplomatically light him up. Get him. This is outrageous. Hezbollah has enough weapons to fight him off, too. I've watched this for months. They have anti-aircraft weapons. Get them out of there. What is he doing? Why is this taking so long? Iran should be on the phone immediately, as should the president. This should be over right now. They're disrespecting Mr. President. They're disrespecting Pakistan. They're disrespecting the world community. I demand satisfaction right now. This is not happening. How are they? They're just smacking the world in the face. Israel doesn't care. Bibi doesn't care. He's not going to learn. He must be taught a lesson. The world must unite diplomatically. I'm not going to watch this happen. This is outrageous. How can they be doing this? I am watching live as Hezbollah is forced to use anti-aircraft weaponry, which the Lebanese government doesn't have, to defend against Israeli swarms over Beirut. What are they doing there? I'm mad. I saw the bombs exploding. What is going on? Why can't Mr. President call Bibi and say, I'm watching the Beirut cam. What are you doing, you madman? Yeah, there was a bombing on the left. They don't just shoot anti-aircraft fire. It's when they're repelling attack. And Hezbollah has a lot of anti-aircraft fire. Hezbollah they have a lot of it. I've seen them fire it for 2 hours straight. Just for fun. Not fun, but just because they didn't need to conserve. So stop. What is going on? How did this collapse in 18 minutes? This is outrageous. Iran's going to light up Israel if they don't stop. I don't understand. Why are they doing this? This needs to stop. It is past 5 o'clock. It's 24 minutes past the ceasefire. It was a firm ceasefire. Well, I told you, Hezbollah has unlimited weapons, and they will fire them for hours. I've watched this for hours before. They have unlimited anti-aircraft weaponry. They have C-rams, they have small arms, they have large arms, they have missiles, they have cruise missiles, they have shoulder-mounted anti-tank missiles, they have shoulder-mounted anti-helicopter missiles. Then I'm probably sure they have shoulder-mounted anti-plane missiles. So you really should just stop. This is ridiculous. They will defend if you try to attack after the ceasefire, and they have serious weaponry, which they will fire for hours. This is ridiculous. I'm going to sit here until this stops. And they have a right to do it too, and they will. They will flex. Oh, was that an explosion? I'm pretty sure that was an explosion. Hezbollah will not just let them take storm Beirut. They will fire their weapons for 6 hours. And they have very serious weaponry. That was an explosion. Israel is bombing Beirut right now. This is outrageous. Oh my goodness, I saw it on the cam. What is going on right now? This is ridiculous. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. It is 5:26 p.m. Eastern. It's supposed to be a ceasefire. It is April 16, 2026. It's 11:26 in South Africa on Thursday, April 16th. It's 12:26 in Israel and Lebanon, where there's supposed to be a ceasefire that started 26 minutes ago, that Iran and the U.S. imposed with Pakistan's help on Bibi Netanyahu, who somehow, for 24 minutes after the ceasefire, is bombing Lebanon. How do I know? Because there's massive anti-aircraft fire occurring right now over Beirut. This is Grant Smith Ellis with Towel News, and I'm going to show you an explosion that just occurred. Watch here. Right there. That was an explosion after the ceasefire. And then there is just continuous defense by Hezbollah in the form of serious, sustained anti-aircraft fire. Israel is under Bibi Netanyahu's command is flagrantly violating the ceasefire, slapping Mr. President in the face, and they don't care. This is absurd. The world community must stand with one voice and say Israel is not going to bomb Beirut after they agreed to a ceasefire. There will be repercussions in the form of diplomatic sanctions. That's outrageous. This must stop. The firing continues. Hezbollah does have anti-aircraft weaponry, which they will fire for 3 hours. I've seen it multiple times during this conflict from the center of Beirut, and they will stop the attacks. This is outrageous. I can't believe this is happening. They have like 20 minutes to clean this up. Nearly 26 minutes after the imposed ceasefire in Lebanon, thanks to the work of President Trump, Iran, and Pakistan, Bibi's government in Israel has just bombed Beirut, and it was captured on the AP's live cam. This is outrageous. I demand someone intervene. Where is the Pope? The Pope must save them. This is so precarious. Iran's gonna get mad, and if Iran gets mad, it could all break down. President Trump and Iran have to be on the same page right now through Pakistan. Pakistan's gotta call them both and be like, Bibi's not gonna stop. And they both gotta be, if they're both on the same page, Bibi will stop. Because he has to answer, if he thinks he has to answer to Mr. President and Iran and he has no cover, he knows his civilians will get bombed and Mr. President will give a wink and a nod and let it happen. It's got to stop. I'm telling you, Hezbollah was ready for this. Nassim Qasem said this in the speech the other night. Hezbollah is defending with anti-aircraft fire. It's massive anti-aircraft fire. I mean, that's a serious amount of fire. That you have to understand how much weaponry. They will do this for hours and hours. They have a lot of it in downtown Beirut. This is outrageous. This is absolutely ridiculous. I cannot believe this has happened. No, it's not. There's no way. I saw the bombing. No, it's not celebratory. I saw the bombing. I saw a bombing on the screen. I recorded it. I checked it twice. It was an explosion. There is such a thing as celebratory fire. That bombing was not celebratory fire. I saw the explosion. It lit up the skyline. Maybe Israel's going for its last rounds, whatever. Maybe they thought there was going to be a ceasefire and there wasn't. I saw the explosion. The camera has been going to all the different explosions. There's something going on. Maybe there was some celebratory gunfire, which is common, but that's not what that was. That was not what that explosion was. I'm doing my best, Daddy Pupils. It's beyond... I just wanted peace. I'm going to confirm whether the strikes in Beirut happened. It's going to take me 2 seconds. This is not what I was expecting at all. This is ridiculous. That was an explosion. If it were just the anti-aircraft fire with the tracer rounds, you could argue it was just, nope, that's an explosion. They're bombing Beirut. I know what I'm listening to. This is outrageous. It needs to end. That's sustained anti-aircraft fire. They use small and light arms. I need to confirm whether that explosion was a flare. It's possible a flare. It is very possible a flare landed and exploded. There is celebratory gunfire, don't get me wrong, but there was an explosion. Like a very large one, a pronounced explosion on the cam. Maybe a flare hit something it should have, I don't know. It's calming down. That's also anti-aircraft fire. Those are specific types of rounds. I'll show you the video. I can literally show you the video of the explosion. We're gonna hope it's all celebratory. It wouldn't be bad if it were celebratory, I promise you. Let me get you the exact timestamp. I have it. 1 second. I think it might have actually been a flare hitting, like it caused an explosion. Let me show you. I have the clip. Oh, that would actually be kind of a relief, but yeah, it was an explosion. I'll show it to you. Other people caught it too. It was at, let me tell you what time. It was at 5:26. Alright, so it was like 8 minutes ago. Let me show you. It was right here. So 5:26 was like 8 minutes ago or so. That's when I cut it, so it might have been a little before that. It was during this. You'll see it. I'll show it to you. It was right around here. Watch. Watch right around here. Watch. This might have been after it happened. But yeah, it was right around this area. I saw it with my own eyes. It might have been a flare hitting something, but it was an explosion right here. That's why they're zooming in on it. It was right here. It was very pronounced. This was about 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes, 12 minutes ago. And you're going to see, they keep trying to focus on this because there's going to be an explosion here. Might have been a flare landing, but you're going to see it. I watched it with my own eyes. No, that's it. No, that's a bomb. Look at this. Look over here. That's a bombing. Right there. Watch. That's a bombing. I don't care what anyone says. No, that's a bombing. Watch. I'll zoom in for you. There's a bombing in the bottom right, not to mention the one in the top left. These are bombing raids. Nope. Nope. There is some celebratory gunfire, but that's a bombing raid. I can prove it. This was 14 minutes ago. Watch. I'm going to zoom in on the bottom right, on the bottom left for you. It's a bombing raid. I don't know if it's stopping now. I need to show you the proof before, because someone asked, so I will show it to you. Watch. That's a bombing raid. Watch. That's a bomb. That is not a that's a bombing raid. Watch. Right here. Unless you want to argue the house just blew up spontaneously. No, that was a bombing raid. That was a triple tap, quadruple tap. That was 5 bombing raids. That's just multiple follow-up explosions. That's wild. Are you watching that? Are we all on the same page now? Yeah, so I'm not saying why that exploded, but someone asked for video proof. This was exactly 15 minutes ago, so it was at 5:21, 12:21 local. Alright, someone asked for the clip, so I'm going to show it to you. I don't know what that is. You could argue it's a flare landing on like a munitions depot. I don't know, but that's all exploding. Could be fireworks. Oh, they're fireworks. Oh, they're really low fireworks. Oh my God, that's so much better. I'm deleting my post. It was an explosion. They were fireworks. Oh, that's such a relief. It wasn't a bomb. It was so far away. It was fireworks. Oh, I feel so much better. That's not a good thing to set off right now, but yeah, it was fireworks. Oh, wow. It was an explosion. It was fireworks. Oh, that's such a relief. You're going to get to watch them celebrate. That's so much of a relief. Oh, my goodness. Okay, but there might be shelling in the south. I will try to get an update. But what I thought was it was an explosion, to be fair. It was fireworks exploding at street level. Oh, that's such a relief. Yeah, I had to really zoom that in. I knew I saw things exploding. I have a good eye. And it wasn't like it was over. I know what a firework looks like. A firework goes in the sky. That was at the level of the houses. Exploding fireworks. I was so concerned. And frankly, rightfully so. It's celebratory gunfire. Even though there was an explosion, and it was at the level of houses, and that's very dangerous. It was just giant fireworks. They did explode, to be fair. And they actually exploded at the roof of the houses, but it's fine. That's the best false alarm I've ever had. To look at a city that is celebrating so intensely. Now, mind you, we don't fire weapons here to celebrate. So, like, that part I'm familiar with, but that explosion really freaked me out. I thought they got bombed, and the weaponry which makes sense. Anti-aircraft fire, it's not. It's all celebrations. Any explosions you see are fireworks. Even though they look like explosions, they're not. They're fireworks. And they don't send up the fireworks really high. They send them up at street level. It will look like things are exploding at certain points. They're not bombs. I have done an extensive analysis and determined that even though you're seeing a lot of anti-aircraft fire, it's all celebratory. I have officially ruled out any active bombing. Although you shouldn't fire fireworks off at street level. It looks like a bombing and freaks people out. With that said, none of the very heavy weaponry you're hearing is bad. Oh, my word. I guess out of every possible explosion, that is the best one. You shouldn't set off fireworks right now, though. That's crazy. That is more gunfire than I've ever heard in my life. They don't care about wasting the ammunition. They have unlimited amounts of ammunition. It was only the ammunition wouldn't concern me. Like, eventually I would be able to confirm, as long as there were no bombings, that it's just them celebrating. What was concerning was the explosions, but those were just fireworks. I don't expect you'll see a lot of those. I think it's a security concern to do that, for good reason, because you will make people think, including the cameraman, that there's bombings. Well, and to be fair, a firework is an explosive, so what do you think's going to happen if while people are monitoring a ceasefire, you set off an explosive? People are going to get freaked out. But gunfire is a celebratory thing in Lebanon. So that shouldn't freak you out, but an explosion, rightfully so. I mean, that was a bad time for that. That was a really bad time for that. But yeah, Miss Clutch, I don't know if you know this. A lot of people don't know, and I didn't know it at the beginning of the war. In Lebanon in particular, but other countries as well, gunfire has just gunfire has a few different meanings. It can mean a warning. In this case, I've never seen it like this before, but it's celebratory gunfire. They probably won't set off any more fireworks because it's a security concern, but they will fire a lot of bullets into the air. We wouldn't do it here. It's not a thing. But like at weddings and things like that, they will fire guns. It's not a crime. It's kind of like a cultural celebration. But yeah, no fireworks, please. Please. There are a lot of people watching this feed, and any explosions are going to freak people out. It's the AP feed. It's not me who's monitoring it. Well, there you go. There was more than one firework, by the way. There was a really big one in the distance, and it did look like a bomb. And that's why they stopped setting off fireworks, I think. That was kind of scary. If Beirut got bombed right then, it actually would have restarted everything. Everything is calm. They just fire a lot of guns. And for the West, so I've gotten used to the gunfire, but now's a bad time to set off fireworks. No one will set off any more fireworks. They know better. The flares are fine, but the firework thing, those were actual explosions of gunpowder. You can't. They echo throughout the city. It sounds like a bomb. And frankly, it is a bomb. That's what a firework is. I got so concerned. Because Israel will do it. Bibi will continue to bomb. That's why I was like that he would lie in a second and just bomb. Everything you're hearing is celebratory. There are no problems. There's been no more fireworks. There's no explosions. Everything you're hearing is celebratory. I need to see. I haven't seen any bombings. Like, I am seeing reports there's some active firing. There's no bombings towards Israel right now from Hezbollah. And I think all of this is celebratory. There might be some skirmish in the south. I need to check. All of this, there's not a single actual, other than the fireworks, there's no bombing. It's just them celebrating. But people are watching very closely. The entire world's media is watching very closely. Which is our job, frankly. Gunfire is fine. Explosions are not. If you see any explosions, let me know. But it's perfectly okay. I know some of you might not be familiar. It's perfectly okay for there to be gunfire. Like a lot of gunfire. It's celebratory. Any explosions on this camera, though, is a problem. I know a lot of you monitor the cams. And that amount of gunfire did probably confuse a lot of you. It's not a problem. But explosions are a problem. Please alert me to them. You don't need to tell me about the gunfire, though. It's not a battle. It's celebratory. This is celebratory. So there is nothing wrong right here. They celebrate very differently than us, including with massive, like small arms fire and anti-aircraft fire. They also set off some fireworks, which freaked people out, at least me. I got a little mad. I yelled at BB. All that is all normal. Everything is fine. I know a lot of you are not used to this. That is all normal. All those bullets are fine. All that is fine. No problem. It's celebratory. You're just looking for explosions. That's why they're not setting off fireworks. They know people are watching for bombings. Any bullets, any gunfire, it's all fine. It's going to be confusing to some of you. It's fine. It's them celebrating. I think we're okay. Yeah, it's a very rare. It's not common. If you saw that in any U.S. city, people would be very confused. It is celebratory. I have pictures on the ground. They're celebrating. What you're monitoring for is explosions. Gunfire's not a problem. It's going to throw a lot of people in the West off, but it's not a problem. It's just celebratory. Explosions, though, are a problem. Eventually I will turn the feed off. But for those of you monitoring, I know a lot of people watch this feed, in particular, the AP feed. It's fine if they shoot up a lot of bullets. They'll do it for hours to celebrate. They'll party. And that's how they celebrate. And you'll hear it, like small arms, large arms. You'll see the tracer rounds. But if you see an explosion, you should alert me to it. That's the only thing that would cause concern. You can't really tell if it's a firework unless you zoom in. So I'll deal with that. I'll yell a little bit. I won't yell at first. If I see another firework, I'll make sure it's not a firework. But, of all things to get mad about, making people make sure Israel's not bombing is not a bad thing. Anyway, if you see an explosion, Miss Clutch, I know you were a little concerned and monitoring closely. Please tell me. But gunfire is fine. You're going to see a lot of gunfire, almost more gunfire than you think possible, and they're not going to stop. They're just going to keep firing their weapons for a long time. That's how they party. And once I calm down from thinking that the street-level fireworks were, to be fair, they are explosions, were someone being bombed, I'll get ready to celebrate. I think we did it. No more fun. They're not going to set off any more fireworks. They know a lot of people are watching the sky cam. So I think we did it. I think we got through it. Oh, Yaram posted a new video. Let's listen to it, Tiffany Bob. I think we're there. You're going to hear a lot of gunfire. Don't worry about that. You're going to see a lot of gunfire too. None of that is a problem. I just want to remind people, because a lot of people will keep monitoring once I switch to other things. None of that tracer rounds, none of the gunfire, none of the handguns, none of the Uzis, none of that's a problem. That's how they celebrate. Explosions, please bring it to my attention in the chat right away. Even if you think it's a firework, I'd rather you tell me and I will rule it out. Just on the off chance that Israel does do something they shouldn't. That's what most people are worried about. I don't expect to see any more fireworks. But yeah, expect to see over and over and over again the bullet rounds. Lee Agent, I do not have a report on the South. I had to go to Beirut because there was a massive amount of gunfire, and so then there were some fireworks that exploded. I had to rule that out as a bombing. Then I was just kind of listening to the gunfire. I don't have an update for on the South, but I will get it for you immediately. Tracer are rounds designed to blow up in the sky before they come down. Well, that explains why they fire so many of them. I'm not a ballistics expert by any means. I can do video editing to zoom in on things, but no, bullets. I've learned a little, but I don't really like guns. I think you have a right to have them, but they're confusing. I don't want to hold something that can take a life. I support ethical hunting, I guess. Alright. I'm going to get you a report on the South now. I got really, really, really concerned. Because BB will do that. He will absolutely bomb after saying he's going to agree to a ceasefire. Bombing Lebanon, bombing Beirut would have been a huge problem. Okay, so you know how some of you said that like tracer rounds explode? Okay, so some other, you know how you saw a lot of celebratory bullets? Like a lot. Like enough to where some people, especially with the fireworks with me, some people were rightfully concerned. Well, listen, there's a reason you should not do that, and because this will happen. If you fire bullets up into the sky, this is what's going to happen. So please, like, I understand this was a big moment of celebration, but like, that was not a good idea. Those are bullets that landed on cars because people were so excited. Silent Dogs, I think tracers might do both. I think he's talking about an anti-aircraft tracer. So yeah, if you're wondering, why do, especially in the US, why do we not celebrate with bullets? It's because we're very densely populated, so it never became a thing, because the bullets would just land on people. And this is what happened in Lebanon, in Beirut. I mean, I can kind of exhale now because it wasn't a bombing. There were no bombings. There might be bombings in the south, but yeah, just so you know, it's not a game. If you fire bullets into the sky, they will come back down. You have to... First of all, I'm not giving advice on this, but if you looked at the video, a lot of them were angled away from the city. If you fire a bullet straight up, what do you think's going to happen? If you fire it straight up, it's going to come down on the same trajectory. And it's going to land on you or your neighbor or their car or their house. So, yeah. And by the way, remember when I said I thought the explosion could have been a flare? That's what I also meant. If you shoot a flare up, or if you shoot anything, and it stays lit and comes down on like a flammable object, like a munitions depot or something you don't know is there, it will cause it to explode. It's also why you shouldn't set fireworks off on street level, because it will explode and catch things on fire, which is exactly what someone did. Didn't catch on fire, but they exploded fireworks at street level. But this is just a prime example. I mean, I don't mean to cut the celebration short, but just, it's not a good idea. Someone could have died. And it's such a peaceful, like, happy moment. You know, they actually could have died from that. And you're not looking at, like an hour later, it happened right away. Bill Myers said sometimes BBs will land during like duck hunting on people. I could see that. But yeah, so I need to tell you. Oh. Oh. It's a very long tradition. Oh my goodness. It's a very long tradition of doing this, but I just want to show you what happened right before. So no, okay, listen, I have the updates for you. Two things. First of all, yes, that was actually very dangerous. There were explosions, they were fireworks in Beirut, but what happened was very dangerous. There's a substantial amount of damage because there was a substantial amount of bullets fired into the air. It was a very celebratory moment, but it caused a lot of damage. I don't think anyone died. right before the ceasefire, there was one last round. I'm sorry to have to report this, but there are people dead. Right before the ceasefire, there was a volley of exchanges. This, I believe, is near Atanya. It might be Kiryat Shimona. There are people dead right before it started. It wasn't after. I'm going to show you, like, literally minutes before. So this is also why I got worried, because what can happen is right before a ceasefire, the sides can just really go intense. And normally they don't necessarily target people. They just lob a lot of missiles at each other as a point, and then they stop. Right before it ended, two things happened back to back that could have made this a powder keg, which is exactly why I thought Beirut was going to be a problem. This is what Hezbollah did. This was their final salvo before the ceasefire. And just so you're wondering, like, yes, this happens for every ceasefire. It was like 6 minutes before, maybe 30. So it definitely dulls. First of all, it has people on a heightened sense of alert. And second of all, this is what Israel did. Right before the ceasefire, Israel did their own bombing in Sur. This was before the ceasefire. I want to be very clear. There were some reports about skirmishes after. This was 4 minutes before the ceasefire. The report was after, but the bombing was 4 minutes before. It's in Sur, in the south.
بكامله قد دمر بالكامل قبل دقيقة من وقت إطلاق النار، حيث شهدت صور وضواحي صور سلسلة من الغارات أو زنار ناري تعرضت له المدينة، وهناك شهداء تحت الأنقاض. لا نعرف كم عدد الشهداء والجرحى الآن. وصلنا للتو ونشاهد عملية رفع الأنقاض، ولكن أكرر وأعيد بأن المكان هو شارع الكورنيش البحري، شارع نبيه بري الكورنيش البحري قرب الجامعة الإسلامية. مباني وأحياء كاملة قد دمرت بالكامل قبل دقيقة كما قلت من وقت إطلاق النار. وأترك الصورة هي التي
That's what it's like to go through the last minutes before a ceasefire. It's exhausting, and it's terrifying, and people do die, and then it stops. That went from like euphoria to really intense to really sad to now numb. That was a roller coaster. I think we're there though. What was telling, so I was monitoring if Hezbollah fired at Israel after, it wouldn't have mattered what people were reporting on the ground. It takes a lot of time to filter. If Hezbollah fired at Israel after the ceasefire, that would have been the go sign that Israel violated the ceasefire. They didn't. But what they both did was go really hard right up till the end. And then for some reason, a lot of people shot bullets up. Well, I know why. It's a tradition in Beirut. They might learn after this, though. A lot of people shot bullets indiscriminately into the air in Beirut. And also some fireworks, but they put a stop to that quick. But they shot the bullets up in the air. They came down. You're going to see a lot of images of, like, bullet damage to cars because they came down. I just hope nobody died. It was, like, maybe not the best idea. So anyway, that aside, unfortunately, this is very bittersweet. We have achieved peace, but a lot of people died within the probably 30 minutes before the ceasefire. I thought they were more just going to lob attacks at each other, not really at specific targets, but normally what they do is they launch what are called salvos, where at the end of a ceasefire, it happened with Iran and the US and Israel too, they'll fire a lot of missiles, but their point is more to just show their capacity. It tends to be like a big round. Both Israel and Hezbollah took their last shots very hard and killed multiple people on both sides, and then it stopped. But that's why there were a lot of reports about bombings in the south and the north right as it ended. The Beirut scene, although it was celebratory, was also very dangerous and caused a lot of damage, at least to one car that I saw, probably more. I actually saw there was mass panic a little bit when the bullets started coming down, so I think that was probably not the best idea. But it seems to be over. It was a whirlwind. There's nothing about this war that's ever easy. It's chaotic. It's painful. There's a lot of death. It's very sad. And sometimes praying is the best option. But I think we did it. Of course, it came with chaos and death, because this war has been defined by it. But I think we're there. I pray for those people. I feel so bad that they lost their lives right as the ceasefire started. It's horrifying. Every loss of life is a tragedy. I could feel the death too. That's why I was worried about Beirut. I could feel people had died. It was just right before. Alright. I think it's over. At least for now. There was a massive amount of death before it ended. Multiple people dead on both sides of the border. At least one person dead in the northern settlements of Israel. Probably more than that dead in Sor. But it stopped. They went right to the end. But they stopped. I think it's not going to resume tonight. They went really hard right before the ceasefire. It could easily have gone south if there was a single raid on either side after that. But they stopped. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Israel will not. It's a lot. They will have to. This is just one of the videos from right before it ended. Oh. And then this was Beirut. So if we saw, this is not the fireworks, obviously, that were very scary to see. This is what it looked like if you were on the ground. Oh. But it caused a lot of panic. Alright, after everything has settled, so this is what was actually happening in the streets. They were firing just on top of cars. So that's why I was able to confirm the gunfire was celebratory so quickly. But yes, people did die. People did die right before this. This is what we watched. And thank God there were no bombings. It all stopped. Oh. It all stopped. But yeah, if you're wondering what did it look like. Yes, they actually This is what it was like it was worse on the ground than it was for us, I assure you. I think for a lot of us in the West, it's very, very different. I've heard about that before. Like, I've heard about it. And I've seen warning shots during this war. I've never seen them do that. It's actually extremely intense. And that wasn't even the area that had the heaviest fire. Wow. They certainly know how to celebrate. And then you'll see some of the flares. By the way, you'll see some of the flares.
I'm just going to show you these live
Watch
images.
This. Okay, so see what happens when a flare goes.
I'm just going to show you these live images.
That's a flare. That's not what we saw. We saw a firework. We saw a much more intense series of explosions, which were fireworks. But watch this.
I'm just going to show you these live images.
That's a flare.
From Beirut, and you can
That's
hear
a flare. That's a flare.
the
Those are all
gunfire
flares.
there, as well as the red streaks in the sky. That's tracer ammunition
Flare.
that's coming from quite a distance from us
Flare.
in the perhaps southern
You
part
see how the flares
of
look like that?
Beirut,
They're
where
flashes.
perhaps it's a sign of
They're firing
celebration
flares.
to mark this moment. It's about
But they're
5
not
minutes
fireworks.
past 10.
They look
and as
very
we said,
different.
that
See how they kind of
ceasefire
pop?
came into effect about 5 minutes ago.
Those
and
are all
if it
flares.
holds, it's a significant moment and development for this country, which is reeling from almost 6 weeks of war, where
You see
more
'em?
than 2,000 people were killed, over 1 million people displaced. So these images that you're seeing, tracer ammunition, the red streaks in the skies, following the announcement of that.
Oh, okay. This is a much clearer image. Miss Clutch, I think this is what either you saw or I saw that
red
really
streaks
scared
in the
me.
skies.
It was this. Watch.
Following the announcement of
That.
that.
You see that? That was not a good idea. That really looks like a bombing. That's fireworks, but look at it shockwave out. Those look like bombings.
Images,
But this is such a much cleaner shot. We had an angle from the right. That was maybe a mile and a half from this, so it, I mean,
a minute
you can
there,
see
and I'm just gonna bring
exactly
in Adam
what it
Parsons
looks
from,
like. I just want to
Streaks
show
in the
you one more
Skies.
time. So Sky has a camera that is a little bit different
following
than what
the
we were looking at, but it's
announcement
the
of
exact same thing,
that
and you can
ceasefire.
see the shock waves.
I'm just going to hold those
But they are
images,
fireworks.
for,
It's so much clearer
a
on
minute
that,
there, and I'm just going to
angle.
bring in Adam Parsons.
That was
from,
not a good idea,
seeing
though.
tracer
I'll show you one
ammunition,
more
the
time.
red streaks in the
Watch.
skies, following
Right
the
here.
announcement of that ceasefire.
That was not a good idea.
I'm just going to hold those images for a minute there, and I'm just going to bring in Adam Parsons.
But yeah, there you go. No, it was a pager, Kingsley. That's right, my mistake. But now you see that wasn't. I mean, those are fireworks, but it's more
Tracer
than a
ammunition,
firework.
the red
You
streaks
can
in the
just
skies,
they just kind of rock the
following
area.
the announcement of that ceasefire.
So that's like the one thing they shouldn't have done. Well, they shouldn't have fired those bullets that caused a lot of damage, but that really
hold those
freaked me
images
out.
for a minute there, and I'm just going to bring in Adam Parsons.
So our fireworks don't do that. Our fireworks go up here, and then they go like a half a mile in the air. But anyway, all right, we did it. Sky has confirmed it. There are potential violations in the south. I'm going to check now. But the test is whether Hezbollah fires. We'll see. I imagine there's a lot of countries on the phone right now, though. Oh, we need to listen to some music. It's holding. Miss Clutch, it's holding. BB's going to try to undermine it. I thought he was going to bomb right away. He didn't. It's holding. That was wild, but it's holding. You'd know if it broke because Hezbollah would fire. There'll be a lot of reports. There is going to be reports tomorrow about a lot of people. When the sun rises on the Middle East, you will get reports that a lot of people died in the south of Lebanon right before the ceasefire. It's horrifying. And the same thing within northern Israel. There was at least one death right before the ceasefire. There was an intense lobby of fire. It's going to make both sides mad, but it's very important as long as As long as Hezbollah does not fire at Israel, the ceasefire is holding. There might be a flare-up or two, but as long as there's nothing on that map, the ceasefire is holding. That's why I was able to use earlier as a barometer. If there was an attack on any part of Beirut, especially, there would have been attacks. Hezbollah is sitting at the ready, you can assure, and they will fire. You don't have to even wait for a report from the ground. You can use that map as a barometer of the ceasefire. Hezbollah has better intel than us, so if there is actually an attack that they feel is more than just lingering skirmish, they will attack, and then the ceasefire will be broken. You don't need a statement. I think they did it. They got there. They caused a lot of damage to Beirut afterwards. There's going to be some people that wake up tomorrow who are pissed because they're going to end up spending thousands to fix their cars. Those were serious bullets. People could have died if they were under the path of those bullets. They better hope nobody died. That's probably a better celebration, like out in the mountains or deserts, you know, like when there's not civilians around, just like people around. It's like a 1980s thing. It's very, or maybe even earlier. It's a very like proud thing, so they're not going to give up. But maybe they should fire something that isn't like a bullet. Maybe they should fire a blank, or like they need to have a like plan. Firing bullets up into the air is not the best. It's kind of an interesting historical celebration, but like it's really not a good idea. Forget about the fireworks thing, which weren't just fireworks, but the massive explosions at street level during like a very tense time. Only one person did that. Some people did flares, but only one person actually did those like multi-explosion fireworks. That was crazy. I think they know better. The guns, though, that was not safe. I don't mean to critique them, but I saw the damage. It could have killed people. I think there are some parts maybe of like Texas where if you're in the country, okay, maybe you would do that. I've never heard of it, but maybe. But yeah, we don't do that here at all, ever, because of that. Maybe back in the day, it was more common when there were less people in less crowded areas. But here, you'd almost be guaranteed to hurt someone if you did that. Like, cops don't even do that. When they fire warning shots, they fire them into the ground. So, I don't know. I'm calm now, but that freaked me out a little bit. Just the loss of life at the end was very sad. I don't know, I get why. There's a tradition, it's a weird military tradition before ceasefires. You're supposed to like, they're not supposed to really do that much damage. It's a strange thing. You're supposed to do like a, not supposed to, the traditional norm is you both launch salvos at each other right until it ends and then you stop. That was just sad, but it's over. I think we have peace. I just don't like that it came with death. We were so close to just, we could have just gone into the ceasefire with happiness. But yeah, there were a lot of bombings right before the ceasefire, and I'm still a little sad about that. I can feel the death. It's sad. There's a lot of natural deaths happen day to day, and so do births. But there's a certain feeling in the world when deaths happen by bombings. It makes people sad, and it induces this like trauma, and I don't like that. I wish peace didn't have to come with death, even though it's the natural juxtaposition of war. I just wish one time we could have had peace without death. I need to reflect on that a little bit. I feel like death is a natural part of war. It's sad. It's unnatural, but it is part of war. But there's something about that death, that amount of death before a ceasefire, like just 10 minutes before. I get it. I've listened to the recording of the guns going silent on November 11th in World War I at 11:11:11. And I get it. Like, and I think that's why I'm so sad. I feel better because it's holding. I'd be really upset if I saw return fire or anything like that. But I think I'm sad because when I listen to that, not sad, I'll listen to a song. We can feel better. I've also been up. I've been streaming since 8 in the morning, my time. So it's been almost 12 hours today, over 2 streams. I think what I'm thinking about is when I first heard the recording of the end of World War One, all I could think about was how sad it was that the person, like, who took that last bullet and died for no reason. Like, they died just because there was an arbitrary time set for the war to end. And I think I have to sleep on that. I think that's what's weighing heavy on my soul. The bombings really freak me out. I think I'm very traumatized by explosions. I'm going to talk to my therapist about that. But setting that aside, what I'm actually very sad about is the death at the end. And it's not the first time this has happened to me. I took it pretty hard when I listened to the guns falling silent. There was no videos back then, but when I heard the guns fall silent at the end of World War One, like, all I could really reflect on was the last person to die. And for some reason that weighed very heavy on me, and it still does, and I'm kind of experiencing it again now. I just want to tell you how I'm processing this. I'm very pleased that it's holding. We're an hour and 17 minutes in now. There's reports of potential slight violations on the south, but there's no bombings in Beirut. That's the big thing, and Hezbollah has not fired. Trust me, you will know if they do. So I think it's been 90 minutes. Once you get to like 90 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours, it's holding. There might be some flare-ups, but it's holding. I won't be able to tell you till the morning. If it breaks, so let me explain it to you this way. If it's gonna break, it will break right away. It wouldn't have lasted. It would have broken immediately after, but it didn't. It held. They're both gonna be mad about the amount of people that died before the end of the ceasefire, but it held. People are flooding back into the south of Lebanon. I'm already seeing the reports about it. They're just rushing home. They just want to go home. They did cause a panic in Beirut, though. I actually saw a follow-up report a minute ago. The gunfire in Beirut, it didn't just panic us. I was very panicked. Not because of the gunfire. I'm used to gunfire in Beirut as warnings, etc. It was just the tense situation, and the fact that there was that much artillery fire and the explosions. It really caused panic on the streets. And then the bullets came down and made it worse. That part freaked me out, but that's not what I'm pensive about. I'm pensive about we have to get through these next few hours. As long as they both don't flare up, we'll be okay. Can we listen to Bunny's song in thankfulness? Yes, Bunny, what's the song? Bunny, I have a song. Where is it? It has to be on the list, though. I can't just play a song. I gotta check it, Bunny. Hold on. So I have a plan. Bunny, I have to check it. Let me see if it's on the list. Some of them are on the list, some of them are not. I'm gonna check this one. Come on now. Let me see if I can play it. It might be on the list. I would love to listen. You know, I can find a version of Amazing Grace, but it's not always possible to get the specific version. They have to actually license it to YouTube. No, it's not. Let's see, what version can we do of Amazing Grace? So there are versions of Amazing Grace we can do, and I think Bunny knows what I need. Bunny knows I need a version of Amazing Grace, but I'm limited to the artists, alright? So I'm gonna let you all pick the artist. I'm gonna give you 4 choices, alright? Let's see here. Alright, you can pick the Down East Boys. You can pick Annie DeFranco playing in Buffalo, New York. You can pick, let's see, George Beverly Shea. There's a lot of people who've performed it, but there's only so many you can listen to. So I'm going to let Bunny Towel pick. But yeah, we can't do that one because it's not in the catalog. You can listen to the Bill, let's see, who else does it? Cobus Miller, Bob Joyce, Jerry G. I'm just going to have to pick one. There's a lot of people who have sung Amazing Grace. Let's see. It's surprising how many people have sung Amazing Grace. I mean, you're talking like hundreds of people. I've never actually looked at the list. It's stunning. I'm gonna find one. We're gonna do Andre Rieu and Jonathan Strauss. Amazing Grace. Alright, this is for Bonnie Mom. I picked one. So I found a version of Amazing Grace we can listen to. Yes, so Water Under the Fridge. What you're looking for is the YouTube Creator Studio. You're gonna look. You want to find the Creator Music beta list. If you have access to it, it might only be for certain creators. If it's public, that list is our list. It's like a catalog. So I'm gonna play this song for Bunny Towel Mom. Here we go. Amazing Grace. And God bless you, Water Under the Fridge. Oh. What a nice way to come down. I think I'm comfortable declaring we made it. I'll read the Karen motion tomorrow. I'm going to bed after this. I've been traumatized and worn down, but I love you all so dearly. God bless the people of Lebanon. I'm sorry about the damage to their cars. We might have to move on from that tradition, but God bless them. Here's one from Boston for the people of Lebanon. This is our song we sing when we're very happy. right, we can. 90 minutes in. Yeah, BB might not make it through this. That's why I thought he was gonna bomb. This is probably the end of his political career. I didn't think he would penny, but he is honoring it. I got a fun one coming up for you next. Going out to the Irish times. Whether it holds is anyone's guess, but it's holding now. We'd know by now if there wasn't. It's holding. Alright, here's another one, a little more fun. This one's about a girl from Galway. If you can't dance to this, you might not have a soul. Be a little faster. Okay. It's a version I haven't heard.
Well, I took a stroll on the old long walk of a day. I met a little girl and we stopped to talk on a fine soft day. I asked your friend, what's a fella to do? 'Cause her hair was black and her eyes were blue. And I knew right then I'd be taking a whirl around the Sawdale prom with a Galway girl. We were halfway there when the rain came down of a day. She asked me up to her flat downtown on a fine soft day. And I asked your friend, what's a fella to do? Because her hair was black and her eyes were blue. So I took her hand and I gave her a twirl. Then I lost my heart to a Galway girl.
This is exactly what I wanted. There is no news to report. The news is that there's no news. I will do the Karen Reed thing tomorrow.
Get home and I ask you now, tell me what would you do? Oh, if her hair is black and her eyes were blue. As I've traveled around, I've been all over this world. Boys, I ain't never seen nothing like a Galway girl. No, I ain't never seen nothing like a Galway girl. walk with the love song that he made. Finds a streetlight, steps out of the shade to summer light. You and me, baby, how about it? Julius, goodness me, it's Romeo. Nearly gave me an attack. She's underneath my window, she's singing, "Hey, la, my boyfriend's
Hi,
back."
Cosy. God bless you.
You shouldn't come around here singing up to people like that. But anyway,
Hey, it's good to see you. Hi. I'm back. How's everybody doing? That wasn't anyone's fault. How you doing? Hey, it's good to see you. I'm back. I'm back. My internet doing? Maybe like once a day. It's normally when there's a storm in the area. It'll go down. It's pretty normal. It's like 3 minutes. I have pretty decent internet here, but yeah, storms like even like close to the area might do it. Sometimes just like it being too windy will do it. Anyway, nothing's wrong. I was enjoying that. I got another song for you. We're not really doing much. It's holding. I was really, if a ceasefire is gonna break, it's gonna break in the first couple hours. It didn't break. They're holding. Everything's fine. We're back. Hello. How you doing? Sorry about that. I think that was a message. It was like, Grant, you can play one more song, then you got to go to bed. It was not actually the stream. It was my internet itself going down. I couldn't even watch the Beirut feed. I had to go to my cell phone to comment to you. Anyway, we are back. Good to see you. We're back. Let me see if I can make the chat reconnect. How you?
well, Juliet,
I know.
when we make love,
I know.
you
I know. Oh, the internet's working again. Thank you for telling me. Welcome back. I think that was a message. Grant, it was like, Grant, go outside and just enjoy. You can tell them about the ceasefire tomorrow, Grant. Go outside. You've been streaming since 8 in the morning. How's everybody doing? The internet went down. I think it was a message. It was like, Grant, you can have one more song, then you are going outside. You are going to just be in nature, and you're going to bed. Then you're going to talk to Towel Girlfriend in the morning. It's going to be great. Then you can tell them all about the ceasefire tomorrow. You have been live for 8 hours. You covered the press conference from the Department of War. Then you got really excited about the regulatory hearing. Then you covered that. Then you covered Bibi's speech. Then you covered Mr. President's press conference. Then you covered more of the regulatory hearing. Then you went to a press conference with the government. It was their last one. Then you did this. It was a message. It was like, Grant, you may play one more song, then you're going to bed. Oh, goodness. Yeah, Silent Dogs, we're back. There wasn't anything that happened. All that happened was my internet went out for like 3 minutes. It happens like when there's wind. All right, we're going to listen to a song. I love this song. I had to find a live version in the catalog. Wait till you hear this song. I'm going to play it for Towel Girlfriend one day when we're on the plane. It's going to be great. Don't tell her. She's going to find out. I love this song. Come visit Boston anytime, people of Lebanon. I'm very proud of you.
the light of the sun. Is there anyone who it has begun? Oh dear, you look so lost. Your eyes are red and tears are shed. This world you must have crossed, you said. You don't know me and you don't even care. Oh yeah, she said. You don't know me and you don't wear my chains. Oh yeah, yeah. It's essential yet appeal. You carry all your thoughts.
I think I can give you one more. I want to go sit in the sun after this one. So we are ending after this. We will come back. I will be with you tomorrow, and I'll let you know if it held. I'll give you a morning briefing. I want to have a date night with Towel Girlfriend tomorrow. Oh, she wants to meet some of you. So you should come on the Discord. I'm going to play you one more song. You know what we're going to end with. I mean, frankly, if we didn't lead into a ceasefire with One by Immortal Technique, what would this stream be? I mean, that song was for Nikki, the last one. She's wonderful. She's Towel Girlfriend. If you want to meet us tomorrow, I think she wants to meet some of you. Just join the Discord. She's cool. But yeah, we'll see. It might be a surprise. Maybe it won't happen tomorrow. Maybe it will. She's wonderful, though. Can't wait for you to meet her. We're going to do travel vlogs. We're going to see the world and America. I'm going to come see you all in the fall. Going to travel around and go to college football games. And I'm just going to share my radiant joy with you because Nikki's just so wonderful. Then I'm going to run for president. That's going to be great. I think it's going to be wonderful. So, one more song for you. You know exactly what's coming. God bless each and every one of you. God bless Mimi. And God bless Ellie, and God bless Bunny Towel Mom and Miss Clutch, and God bless Towel Girlfriend Nikki, and God bless our dear friend Liam, and God bless Triplet Bob, and God bless obviously Tiffany Bob, and Koo, and God bless Silent Dogs, and DCALA2, who, Bunny Towel Mom, if you're here, DCALA2 is here. We're going to get DCALA2 onto the Discord. We're going to figure it out. If you have to email me, DCALA2, GrantSmithEllis@gmail.com. Don't forget, we'll get you on the Discord. You'll love the Towel Moms on there. It's great. Silent Dogs, you come on the Discord if you're not already there. Come hang out with us. Yes, we're going to watch the sunset. No, take us to watch sunset. I wish. It doesn't. I wish it worked that way. Mike, I don't have one of those portable cameras yet, Francine, but don't worry. You are going to get to see lots of towel sunsets with Nikki during our travel vlogs. Nikki wants to do travel vlogs. We're going to go to places. I'll film so many sunsets. And maybe, I'm not making promises, but if we're all very well behaved, Nikki might sing for us. She's so talented. Wait till you hear her sing. It just makes my heart a flutter. You know what I'm saying? It's not Twitter that's a flutter. It's my heart that's a flutter. And she didn't even know how beautiful her singing voice was. I think she knew she was like great at singing, but she's just the greatest. I mean, and I'm not biased. I'm a little biased. My point is, I can't wait to share sunsets with you all. So we're going to listen to one more song. Speaking of one, you know exactly what this song is going to be. Then we're going to do Tippecanoe and Tyler too, because we do the presidents every day. And then I'm going outside to catch the actual sunset. Then I'm going to bed. Then I'm going to wake up and I'm going to spend a wonderful day with Towel Girlfriend Nikki, because she's wonderful. Then we're going to have a date night. And sometime in that period of time, I will do a stream for you, but it's going to be like 2 hours. I will update you on what's going on. My primary concern will be, did the ceasefire hold? You will get one question answered, and then maybe I'll tell you other things, depending on what's going on. All right? We're playing the One song. It's going out to our friend One. Oh, it's okay. Francine, we will figure it out. I will help you, even if you have to access it through your browser. Francine, you email me anytime, my dear friend, GrantSmithEllis@gmail.com. You just write me a quick email. Even if I have to, personally call you, someone, either me or Bunny Mom, we will figure it out. Bunny's so smart at Discord. She's a boss. Oh, Interpret Towel, God bless you. I know Interpret Towel is probably so pleased. Interpret Towel is so loving and so concerned about the people of Lebanon. God bless Interpret Towel and Little Washcloth. God bless you, Little Washcloth. You and Interpret Towel can meet me and Nikki one day. We're coming to visit you. We're coming to Lebanon. We're all going to Lebanon. And then I'm going to go meet the Lebanon Jets guy. And then I'm going to look at Beirut. It's going to be great. My goats get to go home. Oh, this is great. The goats might actually get to go home. Mimi is gonna be thrilled. Oh, goodness. Tiffany Bob, I know I don't miss one. This is great. The goats get to go home. Nobody touch those goats. Hashtag save the goats. All right, we're listening to the song. I'm gonna play the goat video. You all are in the goat video. You get to look at Beirut, but first we're going to look at the goat video. Actually, we can look at Beirut and the goat video. Oh, this is glorious. Oh, this is great. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Oh goodness, here we go. We get to look at Beirut and the GOAT video and listen to the outro song. Then I'll do Tippecanoe and Tyler too. Triple Bob loves it. Then I will do the outro. Then I'm going outside. So you got me for like 20 minutes. All right, everybody prepare. We're going to have a great night. Go out, be happy, be merry. Ideally, don't fire weapons into the air. I understand there's a tradition behind it. I'm not criticizing anyone. But just ideally, don't do that. Like the bullets land on cars. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good thing. But, you know, other than that, drink and be merry. And if you're going to, I guess if you're going to do it, and it's allowed in your country, try not to have the bullets land on people, okay? It's just not good. Okay? Hashtag save the goats. So this song is going out. This is going out to all the free people of the world and the goats. These goats in particular, they have to be returned. There is no negotiation about that. Mimi's going to be thrilled. We're listening to the song. This is the outro song. I'm dedicating this song to world peace, to the Pope, to the goats, let's see, who else? To the sheep, to Mimi, who's going to be my secretary of diplomatic protocol involving goats, to Nikki, to all the Towel Mom, to all the people in chat. Don't worry, I will not abandon you if Bibi loses his mind and does something dumb. But, you know, ideally the Netanyahu government's going to fall. The world will know peace. We're in a new era. Iran's kind of the protector. Beirut sleeps tonight. Israel sleeps tonight in the jungle. The people of, in the jungle, the mighty jungle. The lion sleeps tonight. Iran sleeps. Everybody just gets to go to bed. Go do what you all like to do. Walk your dogs. Have fun with Kofi Towel. You know, just be merry. You know, eat, drink, do your towel things. Kind of run around, if that's what you do. Have a picnic. Watch The Sandlot. You know, whatever it is that people do. You know, play very nice music. Just go out and be merry. You've earned this peace. You know, just whatever you do. Watch your shows. You know, watch baseball. George loves baseball. You know, just do things. Talk to your family. Make a nice meal. Have some steak. I don't know. Whatever you do, just do it. Tonight's the night to do it. Here we go. Yep. Hello, Filigrab. Hoorah, indeed. It is time for... Oh, goodness. Sorry, I hit the mic. That might have been a little loud. I didn't mean to. I got overly excitable. Okay, everyone ready? Let's do it. Hashtag save the goats.
Yo, Tech, it's the last call, baby. What's good? Yeah. You know, remix just feels right, though. Before we get out of here, you gotta drop one last gem on them, though, fam. No question.
You got it, Cosme.
Told me, no one person can do everything, but everyone could do something. So we gotta rep for all them niggas that ain't here right now. On the outro tip, the one remix. Yo, one enterprises comprises the artist and the sound. The pen and paper plays my savior while I'm getting down. Pray for my neighbors as a favor for holding me down. Slave for my papers as I savor the weight it pounds. It's underground, but the blatant vibrations while he found. Facing a nation, complacent radio stations now. Stop hesitating and contemplating the way we patient. So I'm motivating and get them playing the shit we saying. Ain't no delaying in this war that we getting slated. Cause time's a wasting while we stand adjacent to abrasions. They fails is more than flagrant. And so I see the prince's cages while I pound the pavement. Looking for payment, saying fuck enslavement. Using the tools of old ancients. Announcing my engagement to this music that we making. Ain't no faking on tracks. And we don't never come whack. Immortal technique and again, y'all niggas fear some rap. It's like one love, one music, one people, one movement, one heart, one spark, one gift, one lift, one stance, one shift, one way, one day, one. Immortal technique in the trenches with my nigga Akir. A family survived the genocide so we could be here. And now we enterprise the aftermath, one and the same. Living the revolution till we catch one in the brain. And even then my spirit will return in heavenly form and wipe the chessboard clean on my enemies' pawns. The Red Dawn communist threat buried and gone. So they invented a war the government could carry on. It makes me wonder if the word of God is lost in a man. This is for the children of Iraq, lost in the sand. This is for the illest MCs that'll never be known. And this is for all the soldiers that'll never come home. I wrote this for Mumia, stuck in the beast. For people who march in the streets and struggle for peace. For hood niggas born rugged, never rockin' Versace. Eddie Ramirez, Cousin George, and my old friend Sashi. Chris from the block, and all my niggas stuck in a cell. Paul Wolfowitz, motherfucker, I'll see you in hell. My destiny's to show the world that the music is real. Go back in time and play this shit for the slaves in the field. And for my children in the future that are waiting to breathe. People slowly dying, hanging on, waiting to leave. Believe when I'm gone and this album's on a library shelf, I'll be one with God and one with you and everything else. One love, one music, one people, one movement, one heart, one spark, one gift, one lift, one stance, one shift, one way, one day, one. Yeah. Revolutionary Volume 2 has been brought to you by the type of motherfuckers who ain't scared of shit. And if you playing this album and I'm no longer here, sometime far away from when I recorded this, remember that history isn't the way the corporate controlled media made it look like. Read between the lines and free your mind. Revolution is the birth of equality and the antithesis to oppression. But this is only built for real motherfuckers. So when I'm gone, don't let nobody I never got along with try to make songs kissing my ass, recycling my beats and my vocals. The shit is real over here, man. Thank you for listening, and thank you for supporting independent hip-hop, the heart and soul of our culture, keeping the truth alive. Good night, my people. Good night.
Okay. I think we can rest now. So, until tomorrow, I'll do the Karen Reed filing tomorrow. And I'll report on the status of peace tomorrow. It's a gentle, cool breeze on me right now. My body and my soul and the energy tells me I can relax. The last of the death was very sad. But we can rest now. It was an interesting conflagration of historical factors today. There's so much transition. It's a time of rebirth. It's going to be a little awkward, but we're really going to be happy. It's going to be a very nice era, I promise. We need to recover a little bit. I think all of us need to recover. That was very traumatizing. We need to it's going to take a long time to debrief and figure out what happened. There was a lot of people who died in the past 47 days, whatever it is now, 46 days. March 1st, February 28th to March 1st until now. It was a lot. We saw the best of humanity and we saw the worst of humanity. We saw some very scary things, and we saw a lot of people die. We saw advanced technological weaponry that has rendered nuclear weapons obsolete. We saw missiles that at 1/10 of their capacity can just decimate civilian areas and they can't be intercepted. We saw what modern war means. It's not fought with guns and bullets. It's not fought with sticks and stones. It's fought with cruise missiles and hypersonic missiles that go faster than Mach 8 when they go exothermic, and bomblets and Khorram Sharhars and Sejals and dancing missiles and this kind of interceptor and the laser beam interceptors. We've seen it. We understand it. We don't like it. We understand everyone can do that now. We're okay, thank you for showing us. It really traumatized the world. But we need to move forward now. We need to show a lot more respect to Iran. and to Hezbollah, and we need to just stick with this peace, and things will be right. What the world saw over the past 47 days was a fundamental shift in consciousness. It played out over 40 days and 40 nights on purpose. Historically, it was the purge. You don't walk through a desert. You culturally share in an experience that reforms you all, and then you work together to make things better. And that's exactly what this war did. It brought out the very worst in some people, and in doing so, the best of humanity brought them all down. And that will be the story of this war. It wasn't just the Khashoggi and Epstein class that fell. It was their enablers and the security state and the intelligence community that enabled them. And the winners in this war weren't just Iran and Pakistan and Ukraine somehow, because Zelensky got so much money, because he's so good at drone defense. The winners in this war are the people of the world, who now are no longer walking like slaves to a world that looked free but was in actuality a cage, where if you just stepped out of line and didn't do what they wanted, you immediately were taken out. Not to mention what happened to the victims of Epstein's ring and Khashoggi's ring and the police who worked for them and enabled this system to take hold around the world. There's a lot of repentance that has to happen. A lot of people need to go to jail. But for now, we have peace. It is exactly what history deserved. It is the perfect syntactical, historical, Hegelian manifestation of the dialectic. It's not the world order anyone wanted, but it's the world order history needed to move forward. The cultural antithesis has been suppressed no longer, and we can all move forward now with an emergent synthesis that's authentic to the development of world history, and in turn be liberated from the state of stagnation that brought about so much heartache and agony for 27 years. I'm telling you, it will be so much more pleasant, but we have to work for it. This took a lot of work by a lot of people, mostly the Pope, to get us here, and it's a peace if we can preserve it and if we can protect it through all of our cogency of discourse. All of you in all your countries, how you talked about this war is what brought about this end. And wars don't end like this. It ended this way because of all of you, and I'm very proud. You did wonderful things, and you never gave up on peace, even in the face of egregious death. And because of that, you spoke with one voice and forced very bad people in charge of governments to back down. And that's a beautiful thing. And Iran definitely came in with the assist. And Pakistan. Nice job. The world rests easier tonight. It's going to be really weird. People aren't going to know what to do with this happiness. They're going to be confused. I think you all should just learn to be happy. Remember what you did. Don't go back to those same routines of the 90s. But if you were alive in the 1990s, just remember what you did back then. Just try to find hope and happiness and then let it radiate. And then let's kind of use that as a foundation to rebuild the other sort of edifices within the society. As long as we reform the institutions within the image of that kindness and compassion, I think we'll be fine. I truly believe that. It's a big project, but we're already working on it. I can tell. It's so exciting. And it's a wonderful time to be alive. We got really lucky. Normally, that kind of apocalyptic shift in consciousness requires ultimate destruction. We got right to the brink. And then the Pope, which is fitting, brought us down from the brink. And we went through a very cataclysmic period in history together, all of us. It was an honor to spend the time with you. I've made so many wonderful friends, even among the sadness. Maybe that's the archetype of the war. Within the agony, I found a beautiful and brilliant side of humanity that just shared compassion for each other, spoke across languages and cultures, and embraced each other and prayed until there was peace. And it's a beautiful thing. And on a micro and macro level, I think that it is beautiful. for me personally, you've inspired me. You helped me find happiness after over a decade of isolation and sadness. And you helped me find something very beautiful and my soulmate. And you also helped me find my passion. And just like the recognition that I'm free and I can just go. And I'm going to be very happy and share it with you. And I want to do that forever. Just like I want to share it with Nikki. Because she's wonderful. So, on a larger level, though, on the sort of societal level, I see very positive changes happening. There's a resurgence in faith and compassion and just kind of unconditional kindness, even among people who used to be really sad and kind of would take it out on others. It's just a very happy time. And I see so many reasons for hope. It's the emergence of the new epoch. And it's just a question of how we define its foundational pillars. We can do beautiful things. It's really inspiring. We just have to preserve this peace. Because of the realigned geopolitical order, though, it could really be prosperous. Like, there's really less reason. We have to be very careful with, like, zero-sum thinking between the BRICS nations and the West. But as long as we're all, like, being friendly, we could really see, like, the quality of life go up in a lot of countries for a lot of people. Oh, I'm inspired. Oh, God bless you, Joyce. Yeah, I won't let my dreams fade. I'm gonna become president. Even if I don't do it right away, even if I can't. A win for me would be getting public financing. I refuse to accept super PAC money or any, like, large donations. I don't want it. No millionaire money. Like, millionaires, if they are benevolent and just want to support me, they can do it through some, like, small donor thing. I don't know. We'll figure it out. They can't use straw donors. If they want to have, like, some kind of unconditional, like, thing where they just give more and they do it through a PAC, fine. But we have to be it has to be transparent. No hidden donors. None of that 501c4 nonsense. So yeah, a win for me would be public financing. It's really hard. You have to get a major party nomination, and then you have to get 20 donations of $250 across 20 states. I can probably do that. You just have to get 20 people in 20 states to each give you $250. And then they will, if you get the nomination, they'll give you $68.9 million. I don't need that much money. I think Nikki can manage the campaign. She's really smart. So, like, that's a win for me. But if I can win the presidency, that would be great. I feel like you've seen me in action. I just need to sit in a chair, feed me information all day, and I'll tell people what to do. And I'll help America and the world. And we can watch The Sandlot on July 4th. It'll be great. All right, I'm really going outside, though. Okay. I'm going to go watch the sunset. Here we go. Let's do Tippecanoe and Tyler, too. I like to do the presidents to check my mental acuity at the end of a long day. President Washington, President Adams, President Jefferson, President Madison. Skip forward to 8, which is President Van Buren. You know, the Van Buren boys from Seinfeld. Skip forward to 13, which is Andrew Jackson, Bank Wars, 1834 to 1836. Then you pick up with Tippecanoe and Tyler, too. So it's Polk, Taylor, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, Garfield, Chester A. Arthur, Cleveland Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Teddy Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Harding Coolidge, Hoover, FDR, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush 1, Clinton, Bush 2, Obama, Trump, Biden, Trump. How about them apples? Can you listen as fast as I talk? It's like 380 to 400 words per minute. When I'm doing the presidents, though, I think I'm actually speaking at a rate that is pushing the boundaries of the human ear's ability to actually hear, which is cool, because I know all of them, too. I'm not just saying names. I know everything about their presidencies. They're not memorized traditionally as a list. What I do is I'm just seeing the actual blocks of history, so I'm not memorizing it. I'm just telling you the order, because I know a lot about those periods of history. The gaps are where I don't know as much, so I need to learn, like, the 5th president through the 7th, like 5, 6, 7, and then I got to do 9, 10, 11, 12, and then I'll have the whole thing. But if I tell you a president in that list, I know everything about it. So yeah, that was fun. Thanks for watching with me today. God bless you all. If you want to support this stream, I think at least for the next 4 days, not that I am gonna run out, but a few donations would help. You know, I'm taking things slow. I'm not using rental cars. I'm trying to not take a lot of appointments. I need to like settle up my affairs before I get out of here. I need to get some of my stuff in storage. So a lot of you have asked like ahead of my trip, like for my birthday next month, how can you help? So I'll tell you more. We'll do like a decompression stream at some point where I just tell you my thoughts about a lot of what has happened, especially if the ceasefire holds. But yeah, some of you have emailed. You've sent me your number. I'll give you a call. Like, the most helpful thing is, like, I just need to get my affairs settled before I go see Nikki. And the best way to do that is I need to get a storage locker. It's not going to be that expensive. It'll probably be like $200 a month. I'll figure that out. I need to, like, get my stuff to the storage locker. I'm pretty disabled. So if someone... No! Oh, fuck! It lasted 2 hours. 2 hours and 7 minutes. It lasted 2 hours and 7 minutes. Thank you, blessed Texas Lolly. I'm still going to bed. But you have your answer. It lasted 2 hours and 7 minutes. I tried so hard. I tried so hard. I just willed it. We can hope it's a small flare-up. Of course. Of course, but it's one alert. We can hope it's a flare-up. A flare-up is where somebody on the front lines sends does a volley or an attack, and then they do one attack back. It's a ceasefire violation, but it's called a flare-up. It's not it's a violation, but it doesn't mean they're fighting. It can be what's called a flare-up. But either way, now you will, and I will probably have to check in the morning. We got that close. We really did. It doesn't mean it's broken, just so you know. Like, one skirmish does not mean the ceasefire's over. It can be what's called a flare-up. A flare-up is where a frontline troop does something and they do a very limited response. It's kind of like when you, like, wrap a knuckle. Like, if you wrap somebody's knuckle, they wrap their knuckle back. It could be either or. It's why I was so worried about the situation in Beirut. Mimi, I would believe you have a boyfriend now. Oh, God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Wonderful weekend, Mimi. And please tell your wonderful boyfriend that he can also be a towel. And of course, tell Ellie she can be a towel. Alright, that could be a flare-up. I'm not calling it a violation. I'm not calling it. I refuse. I'll tell you in the morning. I've been going for 8 hours, 12 hours. I've been going since 8 a.m. I'm going to bed. I'm calling it a flare-up until I see otherwise. God bless you, Mimi. God bless you, Standing Stones. Yes, I pray, Tiffany Bob. We pray for just one night apiece. And just one rocket does not mean that it is necessarily like an end. Alright? So, if you benefited from this stream today, if you liked what you saw, yeah, I need to get ready for the next month or two. I'm excited. I'm praying for peace tonight, as I do every night. But now, tonight, more so than ever. Lots of goats on the screen. We like goats. If you learned something today, if you want to pay it forward, this is a public information service. I didn't do any donation reads over 12 hours. You can support this stream through Cash App, through Venmo. There's a PayPal as well. The Cash App is $money Grant Smith Ellis. Oop, I almost fell off my chair. I'm tired. I was leaning forward though, which I don't do often. I'm kind of stretching. It has been 12 hours. The second way to donate is Venmo at Grant-E1. The third way is paypal.me/Grant Ellis. Please don't donate if it would be a burden, or if you already donated. I'm so grateful for all of you. I'm just trying to think ahead as I get ready to go on my birthday trip. So God bless you all. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being you. Thank you for always being so kind, not only to me, but to each other. You really inspire me. Let's pray this very precarious ceasefire holds, and that rocket fire that we saw was only a skirmish, a flare-up, a missile of peace, as Silent Dogs would say. From there, if you benefited from this stream, if you learned something today, if you found this stream helpful, it's a public information service designed to educate, inform, and entertain. I use entertainment as a buffer to insulate your brain from trauma, about 20%. Then it's 40% information, 40% education. And that's designed to engender, coach, and public discourse and ward off the usurpation of our forms of government worldwide. In that regard, if you'd like to pay it forward, you can look for reasons to do small acts of service and kindness rooted in unconditional love and compassion for those around you. You may consider donating to our homeless veterans or our service members or their families during this intense time, hopefully of recovery and peace, if Israel can manage to stop their frontline troops from skirmishes, etc. It's a great way to help those who have served on our behalf, and you can look for a reason to make such a donation today. But you may also consider donating to animal shelters run by veterans or that help our service members. Great way to help our service members. Great way to help our veterans. Oh, God bless you, Water Under the Fridge. Water Under the Fridge says, free the goats and unhurried and Razor. God bless you, Water Under the Fridge. I am sure Razor will be back soon. We'll be back soon. I will find out what happened. I'm sure it was bad. Alright. God bless you, Water Under the Fridge. You're wonderful. You hope to have a wonderful Friday at work, knowing how much I'm thinking of you and how wonderful you are. And I hope once you get done with work on Friday, you have a wonderful plan for your Friday evening. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. And as I mentioned, you may also consider donating to an animal shelter run by veterans or that helps our service members and veterans. This is Pete Bunnytail. He's the channel mascot. His friend. Oh, God bless you to the person who sent a donation. Thank you so much for your support. So if you don't know Francine, Francine is wonderful. She loves to talk about in the chat about all sorts of things. She's so friendly and amiable. She's always supporting the channel. And this is her best friend. This is Pete Bunnytail. His name is Pete Bunnytail. He's a stuffed Pete Bunny. We hang out. Some people ask why I hug him at the end of the day. Well, one, I'm on the spectrum. Two, he's a Pete Bunnytail, so he's kind of like a pillow. And three, this is Francine's best friend. She loves Pete Bunnytail. Like, Francine just is excited all day. And as soon as Francine sees Pete, she gets really happy. So, how can I not hug him? He's a Pete Bunnytail. So, anyway, this is Pete Bunnytail. He's an animal. So, donating to animal shelters that help our veterans or service members, great way to help our animals, great way to help our veterans. But, what if you just like animals? Towel girlfriend Nikki, she loves animals. Mimi loves animals. Everybody loves animals. You can donate to an animal shelter today and help our fur friends. But it doesn't... Oh, if you're in the UK, please consider a donation to the Big Issue. Great way to help populations experiencing homelessness in the UK. Look at how excited Francine is. She saw her buddy Pete. Pete loves Francine. Look how happy he is to see you, Francine. He's just so happy. He's smiling. He likes peace. He's a bunny of peace. You may also, though, consider... It doesn't have to be a donation. It could be something as simple as smiling at someone on the street, reaching out to a friend or family member you haven't heard from in a while, or, yes, even giving away 200 tomato plants like Francis Frutrell did one time and having them designated honorary towels during the outro forevermore. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in that way, may we change about the previous realpolitik, which was centered on preserving, expanding, and demonstrating power, into the new realpolitik, which is now centered on preserving, expanding, and demonstrating our capacity to engage in small acts of service and kindness rooted in unconditional love. As such, maybe we've lived up to our Tau Eudaimonia or Summum Bonum, which is our greatest good in the ancient Greek or Latin respectively, and in turn have brought about the rise of a new digital epoch defined by Aquarius the Water Bearer, standing tall and hugging a Pete Bunnytail. My name is Grant Smith Ellis. Thank you for watching with me. Thank you for welcoming me and Pete Bunnytail into your home. He's a channel mascot. Thank you for being you. May God bless the people of this world, and may God protect them, and may God preserve and protect this tenuous peace. May no more bombs fall, or drones, or missiles, or bullets fire, and may peace be what we all know. May we wake up tomorrow and find that there has been no more death. And may you all lay your head on the pillow if you're going to bed, or rise from the pillow if you're waking up, or just continue about your day if it's the afternoon, in a way that embraces a form of happiness that hopefully energetically overcomes the darkness and leaves this world just a little bit better today than it was yesterday. I think that's all we can really do. Water Under the Fridge said there's 133 and a third chance that Towel News Network is the best source of news. Well, God bless you, Water Under the Fridge. I agree. Water Under the Fridge single-handedly supporting Towel Channel and the goal, because Water Under the Fridge is wonderful. Pete Bunny Towel is grateful. God bless you all. God bless the United States of America. God protect the people of this world. I mean that. I pray every day that there's just no more death. So does Pete Bunny Towel. He is fluffy. He's also a stuffed Pete Bunny. All right. I'm going to bed. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you all more than words can express. Thank you for welcoming me into your home. Thank you for being you. Good night from me and Pete Bunny Towel. God bless all of you. And I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for what hopefully is a roundup that entails me simply telling you that there is peace in the world and negotiations expected to begin in Islamabad, potentially with President Trump personally there over the weekend. Good night to all of you, PSA and Silent Dogs and Crimson and Water Under the Fridge and Ann. I saw that, Ann. We're going to cover the Karen Reed and Turtle Boy filing tomorrow. I've been up for 12 hours, though. I started with the 8 a.m. Secretary of War press conference, so I'm off to bed. And Francine and Mimi, all of you in Bunny Towel, good night. God bless. Water Under the Fridge. Thank you so much for all of your compassion. You're wonderful. You really bring a smile to my face every day. Not just the super chats. It's just because I know you now. And so every day I'm like, oh, it's Water Under the Fridge. I wonder if they were at work. Are they off work? Are they having a good day? So you keep checking in. Email me anytime. GrantSmithEllis@gmail.com. When Nikki and I travel around the country, we would love to meet you. I'm going to tell her all about you. She already knows, though. She's wonderful. All right. Peace out to you as well. Good night. God bless you, friends. God protect the goats. And I'm going to bump this super chat up one more time with some penguins. Thank you to Towel Mom Lynn, of course, as well. God bless you, Towel Mom Lynn. You are loved. I hope you have a great weekend. Trelly, thank you so much. Thank you for being you. You are wonderful. We have a ceasefire potentially. There was one small skirmish about 2 hours and 7 minutes in. I hope I get to wake up tomorrow and report to you that the ceasefire has held. Good night, world. God bless you all. I'm going to bed after 12 long hours. I love you all dearly.